Main man, I've heard lots of content creators calling June a war crime. War crime. I agree. They're not even exaggerating. What makes her so disgusting? Is it the damage plus heat smash healing? Why is June a war crime? And in my opinion, I mean, I'm the one always saying you don't have to. Yeah, you should rematch everyone you encounter. Don't be a bitch. Rematch people. Doesn't matter if you give them some points, you lose some points. Who gives a shit? If you get demoted, you'll get your rank back. Keep going at it. When you lose, you learn. You learn. However, this character is so unbelievably broken that, in my opinion, I don't blame you for 1 second if you choose not to rematch. I need my drip. I paid $4 for this. I don't blame you for 1 second if you don't rematch. There's a lot of stuff you can say about June that's super busted, but the thing that makes me cry the most, and where I go like, I just fundamentally disagree with your existence, it's her fucking heat smash. Her heat smash is a fucking joke. It's the... I don't even know how to put it into words. I can't even begin... oh, sorry, I did a super slow recording. I can't even begin to understand the thought process that went into the design of this attack. So, you do heat smash with June. So basically, you know this problem you have it with Devil Jin right now, where he turns into Final Bison? Like, as soon as he's in heat, like that, Devil Jin is glowing blue, or June is glowing blue. With Devil Jin, you're in just this situation where, okay, he's Final Bison. Yeah, maybe you didn't play Street Fighter Alpha 3, but when Final Bison had a full bar of his Super Shadowlow Psycho Energy Super Bar, you couldn't do anything. Because now he has a super that comes out in a few frames, and if it catches you jumping, you die. If it catches you doing an attack, you die. If it catches you backdashing, you die. If it catches you sidestepping, well, okay, Street Fighter, you know, you can't sidestep. But in this game, against Devil Jin, if you sidestep, you die. It covers, it's a Psycho Crusher that Devil Jin does. 18 frame startup, covers the entire fucking screen. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no real counterplay. And this is pretty disgusting against a character that, when he's in heat, has a 50-50 where the Hell Sweep is an outright launcher, and he now has a mid that launches you for 1,000,000 damage. Should that character actually have a Psycho Crusher, where the only thing you can do is stand completely fucking still and just fucking wait for it? And now what happens? He's free to wave in. You give him... You completely let go of any neutral control. That's what happens. You just stand completely still and he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Due to the threat of that Psycho Crusher, he can just easily wave dash in and mix you up with the biggest 50-50 in the game. Like, what were the developers thinking here, right? I don't know. And granted, yeah, it's not exactly perfectly safe, because when you block that heat smash, he goes into Morning Crow. He has to go into Morning Crow mix up at +11. And here you can jab interrupt Morning Crow 1. Most Devil Jin players suffer brain damage, so they will always brain fart around with Morning Crow 1. They don't expect you to counter, so you can jab, you can sidestep. But here's the problem. He can do Morning Crow 2, the first hit alone, not commit to the entire 2-2, and now it's like... Well, now you are basically safe. So I'm just... And okay, so that was just some background. That heat smash is bad enough. And now let me introduce the heat smash where I lose the will to live with this heat smash. So June does a double projectile. Die, tie! Die, tie! So what happens here is that this is 13 frame startup. Devil Jin's is 18. This is 13. So this is as fast as a conventional down forward 1. And there's no execution. You press 2+3. Or your heat smash, trigger button, whatever. If this hits, and again, this is so fast that, you know, all of us players online, we do these, I did heat burst first, and then I did my heat smash. You know how it goes? Everyone just, what are my resources? I have rage art, I have heat burst, I have heat smash. Everyone just does, get off me, heat burst. Get off me, heat smash. She wins all of those wars due to the typical heat smash has 15 frame startup. This has 13 frame startup. So I'm sure you've been the victim of a June doing heat burst, and then you're like, I'm gonna heat burst back, bitch! And then she projectiles you up your fucking vagina. Has that happened to you? Because it's happened to me a few times. So basically, it's 13 frames fast. It does a fuck ton of... look at the damage. This is a 13 frame projectile. That's the damage. Yeah. Look at her health bar. Do you see that green effect? Unfortunately, in Tekken 8, in practice mode, I can't lower the health bar to show you that she gains health. You take around 50 damage, she gains a lot of health back. Okay, so here we go. 13 frame mid double projectile that does 50 damage, is safe on block, and she gets a lot of health back. And now it doesn't stop here. Now let's go to the next problem. I'm blocking, look at my health bar. So I get chipped, right? Look at her health bar. This is the most infuriating part of Tekken 8 for me right now. She has a projectile where if I block it, I lose health, and she gains a substantial amount of health due to me blocking it. And then you go, okay, but you know, counterplay, I can sidestep, right? Okay, I can sidestep, right? No, you can't. Exactly, don't block it then. The problem is, you kind of have to. This is the biggest problem. This is the problem. So against Jude, I mean, there are a million things we could discuss about the character, but the heat smash is the most broken thing I've ever seen, I think. There just seems to be no counterplay. So what a June player will do is that we're typically not very talented Tekken players, we're tier whores. You beat up on her, and it's like, oh my god, she made a ton of mistakes. Oh, you made a ton of mistakes, you lost health. Well, he can at any time during that match land a heat engager, or he just goes heat burst on your ass. And now when he's in heat, doesn't matter how many mistakes he made prior to this point in time, because now, as soon as he's glowing blue, you have to respect the fucking shit out of him. Because now he has the death projectile of doom, and it's like, oh god, I'm not gonna do anything. At any time he presses one button, at any point in time. So you just go like this, and then June goes in, throw, mix up, because you just freeze. You just freeze. So he's free to just run in and go, because there's always the threat of that fucking desert eagle blowing your fucking brains out. That's the biggest problem. You just go, and then, even if he uses it in the most brain-dead way, he just stands all the way over here, and he's like, you know what, I wanna chug my ESTUS. He just goes, he goes heat burst, and then he goes, la 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 la. And the absolute worst case scenario for him, do you know what it is? It's that you block it, take damage, and he gains a ton of health. That's his worst case scenario, is that there's a health transaction between you two. You take damage and he gains health. He just chugs his ESTUS and he's like, I made 2 mistakes. Ah, gosh darn it. Glug, glug. This is the most infuriating attack in the entire game. It's like, but this is something Tekken 8 has done wrong. Like, I love this game, and for the most part, I don't mind that characters, everyone is doing roids. You know, you see how big they are. Traps onto traps, and everyone is stronger than Tekken 7. Everyone is just a little bit more overwhelming. But certain characters take this so far that they've completely removed the whole point of Tekken, which is counterplay. If I'm a strong defensive player in Tekken, I have ways around your offense. Either through movement, or through a clever, nice duck, or punish, or I parry you, I punch parry you, I low parry, I backdash away. I have an option. You know, if I'm a smart player, there's a defensive strategy for me to deal with your offense. But the characters that are obscenely strong in this game, there's no counterplay. We have examples of this with Xiaoyu, we have Azucena, we have Devil Jin, we have multiple characters who like, the momentum is so strong, the aggression, but it's like, it's the most overwhelming thing you've ever seen. But I think June's Heat Smash just takes the cake. It's just like, what the fuck is this attack doing in this game? So yeah, you know, you can make a long video on June. We can demonstrate combos that do 55% without a wall, fully guaranteed, obscene strings, moves that are plus a million on block, blah blah blah. We have a counter it low here that's like, what, -11 on block or something. Oh, what does it do on counter it? Oh, full launch. La 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 la. Forward 4 is obscene. God, it's just, yeah, there's so many things we could get into with the character, and, you know, Mirage into projectiles. But yeah, I just, it's just the lack of counterplay. And what's her string again? I'm sure you've seen this stuff like a million times online, right? Well, what's the flowchart every June does? This. If she does this into can, I see. It looks like a green rank strat, but I've seen some of the best Junes do this. This double kick is safe on block, and then you try and do anything, and you get can launched. It's just. Oh, and whatever this is, you know. This is safe on block, you know. Chips a ton. Oh, and you know, we can get into this. We can get into this. We can get into this busted string. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a character where I don't even know who's interested in playing a character like this. It's just, you're playing a final boss, and anytime you beat someone, did you really win or did June win? I don't know. And that's also why I'm hoping upcoming balance patches address this, because it's just, anytime I play against June, I wanna pull my hair out. I'm at that. For the first month, it was like, let's learn the matchup, but then the more you learn about the matchup, the more you go, I never want to see this character again. Yeah. But speaking of depression, let's play ranked.